We're recording, motherfucker. Go. It's on you, Lamar.
Oh, it's on me?
Yeah, it's,
Well,
it's your channel. For
what
this
do you
one.
know? Look who's back. That man and two Cracker Jacks. Here we go. Welcome to Lord TV, L3RD TV. We are here to break down game fours from today. Touch on some of the games yesterday as well. Oh, never mind. We touched on those games yesterday. I'm bugging out. So that'll be on the Ignorant Takes podcast if you want to get some insight and some of our reactions to the games on Saturday night. Houston Rockets, Warriors, Clippers, Nuggets, and kind of so on and so forth. You want to get those games that happen on Saturday night, go ahead and check out the Ignorant Takes podcast. They will be uploading that video shortly, within the next day or two. So a couple of hours at this point, if they do upload it this today. So be on the lookout for that. And the Ignorant Takes podcast, once again, that will be tagged in the description and in the title of the video. But we're going to be looking at today's games, Sunday's games, starting off New York versus Detroit, which was a very, very good game. Was back and forth. Once again, as the NBA is, game runs, so it was a very interesting game. Of course, New York came through with the 1-point win, 94-93. But was a very good game, very gritty. Detroit was kind of looking down and out, but then kind of made some good plays going into halftime. Made some really good plays in the third quarter, but unfortunately, their kind of inexperience kind of let it slip there in the fourth quarter, kind of similar to what happened in the first, actually pretty much in the first two games. Even though they won that second game, it kind of, each game is kind of slipping away from them in the fourth quarter. It's kind of where they're losing a lot of these ball games. So hopefully they can tighten that up. But they're probably going to be down and out of this series. But Lebron had already mentioned on previous podcasts that he kind of thought they were a year early. So if they do go out in this next game, definitely be looking forward to Detroit in these next couple of years, because they're going to be a force in the East. But looking at this game, how do you guys feel that Lebron started off today?
I think they got robbed at the end. That was a foul. Enough said, like they played bad and then had spurts, but I think that was a foul. Like they got robbed. It should be a 2-2 series.
Yeah, I agree with that. That
was bad call, or bad no call.
bad no call.
Clear
I
foul.
mean,
Clear foul.
I can understand in the heat of a playoff game them not calling a foul on the rebound spot, because there was a foul on the rebound too. There was two back-to-back fouls, very blatant foul. Actually, Josh Hart fouled him on both of them, actually, if I'm not mistaken.
Exactly.
He basically bludgeoned whoever the hell, I can't even remember who it was down there, but they got bludgeoned. And then he fell for the pump fake and definitely put his torso into Tim Hardaway Jr.'s shoulder. So, which definitely altered the shot. Like if it was just a kind of a pity braced by him or something, no, he there's a lot of body weight that went into that shoulder. It definitely altered the shot. That should have been a call for sure.
Worst come to worst, that's what the review is for.
Yeah. They should have reviewed it and seen, like, okay, did it definitely alter the shot? And they would have saw for sure it did. Like I said, I can understand them not calling the one on the rebound, just because they kind of don't want the game in their hands. But unfortunately, the game fell in their hands still, because they didn't make a call on a very blatant game.
Nobody gives a fuck about the last 2-minute report. Like, I don't even want to see that. I hate when that comes out. Oh, we missed the call.
Yeah, I hate it too.
What happened to? I may be not so privy to this, but what happened to when they decided to add the coaches' challenges? Did they take away the final 2-minute review? like that the refs themselves could go review things after in the final 2 minutes? Is that like gone now?
I don't know if
Not that
that.
I know of.
Or they just don't do it?
I know it's still in there, but it's rare now.
It's super rare that it
Because
happens.
I remember before the coaches challenge, they used to do it all the time. Like any potential call, like they used to review it in the final 2 minutes before these coaches challenges got kind of inserted into the NBA. So
Yeah,
I
I don't
don't
know if they're
know
gone.
because there's a couple. It's a couple of games now where
But I
in
know
these
the coaches
playoffs where
can't.
they
I
just
think it's in the first, last two
don't
minutes.
look
Coaches
at it.
can't challenge, right? I think it's something like that. Last
Yeah, the
minute, last 2 minutes.
last 2 minutes, I
Coaches
think
can't
they can
challenge.
challenge, but it has to be
Yeah, they
like
can
something
cancel
Oh,
because
they
rare.
can.
that's how with the Timberwolves game because Finch
Mm,
challenged
mm,
that call at the end.
you're right.
Yeah, but no, they still can review it, but I think there's now like it's more on like calls, like it's on like out of bounds.
Hmm.
Some of those like they still do that under two review.
Yeah, but of course, with no call, I don't know if they're gonna review that. It has to be a call, I think. So it's just super unfortunate. Yeah, the Pistons let the game get away from them, but they definitely gotta they definitely have to figure that out. They can't give the game away in the fourth quarter, but um, who knows? I mean, Tim Hardaway is pretty high free throw shooting percentage wise, but it's still like in the heat of the game. You're going to win. How many guys have we seen in NBA past smoke all three free throws or two free throws? He would have got three, but he still would have had to make one to at least bring it to overtime. Um, he probably could have won it, but we would never know. So it's unfortunate, but the Pistons got to figure out the fourth quarter for sure. They can't give away the game in the fourth quarter.
Hmm.
Yeah, once again, Cade has to hit 27. If he hits 27, they win the game.
Yeah,
He has to hit 27. That's the bare minimum, and he got 25. He
he had a
doesn't.
triple double too.
I mean, granted, he did everything he could. 25, 10, and 10. 11 from 23, not horrible from the field, but he was 0 from 3 from 3-pointer, from 3-point land. But he has to hit 27. He has to hit 27. There's no if and or buts about it. Beasley, are you not a playoff player? What's going on here? Like
Man.
he got 13 points, but
It needs to be out on him.
he's not cutting
Him
it.
and Kuzma together,
Yeah,
1-2-3 Cancun is basically how they playing.
like there's he not all of a sudden he can't shoot. He went all season knocking down
Space Jam
shots.
juice.
He can't shoot
Space
now.
Jam juice
They
gone, bro.
don't know how to shoot. Tobias Harris, was in foul trouble, so that kind of threw off his rhythm. Didn't have too good of a game. Uh, Schroeder only shooting 4 shots. I don't know what was going on with that. He got 27 minutes, but he only had 4 shots. He's at 50%. So I'm not too sure kind of what was going on with that. He wasn't as aggressive as he's been, and I definitely think that affected them in a negative way. Because he's gotta definitely be more aggressive, especially when kind of no one else is stepping up from a point standpoint. And Tobias Harris is being in foul trouble. So I don't know what was going on with Schroeder in this game, considering the last 3 games he's been very aggressive offensively. So I don't know what was up with that with him today.
Mindset.
But Cat came through 2 good games in a row. 2 good games in a row. Shot very well from 3. Was 5 for 6. Like you're probably gonna lose if you're getting that type of output from Cat. Jalen Brunson went down with a little ankle injury, but came back and was just killing. As soon as he came back, started hooping. Like he pretty much willed his team to that win. Him and Cat put together some really good clutch plays there at the end of the fourth. Cat hit some huge fucking shots that over the backboard, and then the wonky 3. I thought that shit was off. The way he pulled up with that
He didn't even think
ugly
he was gonna make
sidestep, that was the
it.
most trash sidestep I've ever seen in my life. That was so ugly, and he buried it.
That's that. Let me get another shot there, nephew.
That's what that was. But I think the
Yeah,
tail
just
the
the
tail of the
ugliest
tape
sidestep.
the tail of the tape is the fact that the Pistons had 17 turnovers, and 3 of their starters their starters alone had 15 of them. Like that's a lot. Cade can't have 7 turnovers. A Sear is not necessarily a ball handler. You can't have 4. You know, um, Jalen Duren had 3 of them, and then the last one was Harris, but he was in foul trouble. So, yeah, you can't have 15 turnovers by yourself in your starting lineup, pretty much, compared to 10. You know, so they definitely lost that game. No call. You clean up those turnovers.
You can't
probably
leave it
win
up
those
to a
games.
no call.
Can't leave
Leave it up to a no call.
For sure. I agree with that.
So that's pretty much it with that series. Let's see what kind of happens in this next game. New York's probably gonna close it out at home. But definitely if that is the end of the Pistons in this next game, definitely looking forward to Pistons basketball moving forward, because they got some young players over there that are solid. Cade obviously kind of showed that he's a superstar. Obviously, you need that experience in the playoffs. It's a slower paced game. Things are a little bit different. So let's see how he kind of develops as a playoff player moving forward in his career. But at least for his first playoffs, he's looked pretty good. Got himself a triple double. So looking forward to Cade Cunningham going forward. Next game, I had mentioned before we even started. Didn't even waste my time with this one. Celtics, or not the, excuse me, the next game. I'm getting it thrown off because I'm so used to goddamn Lakers playing late at night. Yeah.
So you watch this game.
Lakers. Yeah, I watched this game. Lakers versus Minnesota. Once again, another good game. But I'm gonna give my 2 cents, and I'm just gonna get out the way, and then I'll let y'all attack this how y'all want to attack this. LeBron James, you are fucking sad. You a sad excuse for a GOAT. You a sad boy. 0 points in the fourth quarter. 0 points in the fourth quarter, and then you got the nerve to turn the ball over. That dumbass bounce pass from the out of bounds at the halfway line to Luka, and then you want to put your hands up like it's his fault. Boy, that bounce pass was so fucking soft. Why are you throwing a bounce pass from out of bounds, from the side, in the middle of the court, when he's getting hounded? Are you dumb? I thought you were supposed to be this supercomputer. What the fuck are you doing? And then you want to shoot this 30-foot fucking jump shot after your team is up. What, 2 points at that point? Yeah, because then you got to stop, and then there was the Austin Reeves and one, or Jaden McDaniels, Austin Reeves foul and one right after that. You want to shoot a 30-foot fucking jump shot after your team just got the offensive rebound, reset. You're up 2 with under a minute to go. I thought you were a supercomputer. I thought you were this high IQ player. What are you doing? What pisses me off about this dude, amongst many things, is he's such a fucking moment searcher. Like, he searches for these fucking moments. He searches for these hashtags. He does it all the fucking time. He searches for these stupid ass moments so he looks cool, so he looks like he got all this fucking aura. No, nigga. What were you doing that was successful? You were getting fouls. You were going to the lane. You were attacking. You want to shoot a fucking 30-foot with 14 seconds on the shot clock after you just got a fucking offensive rebound up 2? Are you shitting me? When you got the fucking great white hope to your right who's dropping niggas off? Are you shitting me? If you don't give him the fucking ball and let him reset it, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're not the number 1 option. I need you to get that through your head. You're not the number 1 fucking option. He is. Him over there, the Slovenian god. Him. He's the number 1 option. He had 28 shots today. 18 of those came in the first fucking half. which means he only got 10 in the second half. Which, okay, cool. Granted, Austin Reeves started going off. But listen here, let me look at you, Austin Reeves. Shoot motherfucking 0 for 7 in the first half again. I fucking dare you. 0 for 7? So you just don't want to show up. So you might as well just not come to the game. And then once we go to the second half, then you should come to the game. You shouldn't even be in the game. Just don't play until the second half. Since you think that's okay. That's not okay. That's not okay. Granted, you was hooping in the third quarter. I'll give you that. And you got 17 points to in the game. But you can't be 0 for 7 in the first half. 0 for 7? Bench. 6 points? Granted, the other bench had 25 points. It's not the biggest output, but that's an output. You had 6 points. Oh, you might think, maybe like 3 players scored 2 points. No. Dorian Finney-Smith hit 2 threes. He's the only bench scorer. Jackson Hayes is getting 8 minutes for this? Jackson Hayes is getting 8 minutes for this? For everybody else to shoot nothing?
4 minutes.
To shoot nothing out of nothing? He got 4 minutes? Yeah, 4 minutes. Last game he got 8 minutes. You're telling me that Jackson Hayes can't give you more than that? Everybody knows what makes Luka dangerous, besides his step back, is when there's a lob threat. Because then the defense don't know what to do. Because it's a pick your poison. So you're gonna remove the lob threat for fucking zeros for fucking Gabe Vincent. Gabe Vincent's too small for this series. I mentioned that 3 fucking games ago. Fucking Goodwin. Bitch ass nigga just got signed. He was in the G League 3 months ago. You think I give a fuck about a Goodwin? Or it's like he was on a fucking he was on a 2-way contract. You think I give a fuck about a 2-way contract, nigga? No. Why does he have more minutes than your fucking starting center? Somebody needs to answer some fucking questions. And Vanderbilt, black and mild, get in the fucking gym and learn how to fucking shoot the ball. Because if you're going to be on the goddamn court and you're supposed to be playing defense and you can't even play fucking defense, what was your fucking -3? You was on a court for 7 minutes and you were fucking -3? What are you doing here? I thought you're supposed to be a defensive mastermind of some sort. No, you're not. You're getting fucking pushed around. You're getting fucking bullied out there by Julius Randle, fucking manhandling you. The fuck? And you bitch ass refs. I'm tired. I mentioned it last game. You let these motherfuckers play physical, and then you don't let the Lakers play physical. Now, the only person that was getting the fucking whistle was LeBron. Granted, some of those calls were weak as hell. Okay? Some of those calls were weak as hell. But that don't mean because you just giving LeBron weak calls that when fucking Luka is getting hounded and Austin Reeves is getting hounded, you're not going to give them the calls. Fuck LeBron. Let his bitch ass go on the floor. I don't care. But when my white boys, white power, when my white boys get hurt and fouled, I need them to get the call. Okay? I need them to get the call. Because you bullshitting. And then y'all want to use some drone. Granted, it shouldn't even got to that point. You want to score 19 points and let the Timberwolves score 32. You're going to fucking lose the game in the fourth quarter. But since we're here, LeBron, why are you fouling? He's falling. He's falling on the ground. It's going to be a travel, nigga. And you're reaching for the ball. It's a turnover already. But since we're here, and y'all some bitch ass niggas for using this drone. Where did this drone camera come from? I ain't never seen no fucking drone camera being used. But now we're going to use a drone camera? Okay, cool. Let's use the drone camera. But then we're going to call a foul on him hitting his hands part of the ball. All right, cool. You've mentioned that before, refs. You've said it before. That was hand wrist. I'm not giving a fuck. The man is 6'8". His fucking hand is the size of 3 niggas' heads. It's going to happen. Okay? So you're calling the fucking foul. It's soft. And then I don't understand how the fuck the Lakers gave up their timeout. These niggas called a challenge. Why did we have to give up our last timeout?
Because you guys called timeout. You called the timeout and they challenged it. They did call.
They didn't call a timeout.
They did. JJ Redick
he challenged it first. He challenged it first.
They called a timeout on the out of bounds because he was going out of bounds play.
I'm not going. They challenged it. I don't give a fuck what facts are there. I'm not looking at the facts. I'm looking at the fucking fact. I'm looking at the fact that this motherfucker's challenged it and somehow we gave him a timeout. Why are you calling a fucking timeout? If you just inbound the ball, and try to just get it in quick because they already gave you the ball. But I just don't think there was enough evidence to be like, oh no. But back to he's falling, nigga. Let him fall. Why are you reaching when he's falling? He's falling. Where's he gonna go? Where's he gonna fucking go? Fucking 30-foot jump shot. Fucking bum ass. Fucking fuck you, LeBron. You done cost us 2 games now. Just because you had a great performance last game, don't mean that all of a sudden you can just come out here and just do what you want. Give the fucking ball to Luka. Get the fuck out of the way. And stop running the offense on the right. Run the fucking offense on the left. Everybody knows Luka shoots better on the left. Run the fucking offense on the left. Stop making these motherfuckers run it on the right just because everybody else maybe plays better on the right. Fuck them. Your best player plays the best on the left. Let them run the fucking offense on the left so he can hit a step back jack if he needs to. What the fuck are we doing? God damn it. I'm out of here.
Mic drop. Walk away. Just go ahead.
Yeah. So I mean, on top of everything Lamar said, I don't know what that is, but you know what I'm saying. I don't know. I mean, LeBron had 2 shots in the fourth quarter. He smoked a layup, and then he shoots that 30 footer. I mean, old age is catching up to him, man. He's geriatric. It's very clear, very apparent. It's catching up to him. You know, Luka got his 38. Lamar said if it's, you know, take the over on the 40, 50, 60, 70, but he only had 38. He had some bad turnovers as well. He couldn't do nothing with the they were like Jaden McDaniels wanted all the smoke today. And it was very clear. He was like, get the fuck out of the... Why are you... First off, I don't understand why the fuck you're switching on a guy like Luka from the coach's line. I understand show and go. Get the fuck out of there. But you shouldn't be switching at all from the coach's line. And Jaden McDaniels said, get the fuck out of the way. Get the fuck out of here. And he played really well. I mean, again, your great scorers are gonna get their points. Your great talents are gonna get their points. So, but it was highly contested. He had to work for every shot he got. Very few of them came easy. So he had to go get it. And I loved seeing Gobert's ass on the bench. I love 26 minutes, man. That is. Woo! Cause when I see Luka and they got a switch and Gobert's big old giant Elmer Fudd having ass head of his is out there looking goofy as shit. Get your big ass back. What are you guarding him at the perimeter for? Get the fuck. Let him shoot the 3 then. Get your ass back. Big goofy Frenchman, you fucking croissant looking bastard. Anyway, you talked about the fouls. Yes, LeBron got a lot, but he was going to the basket. A lot of it was aggressive plays, so he got 18 free throws. Some of them, yeah, were pity pats, but that happened also for the Timberwolves. I think Anthony Edwards got a couple, like, ones that probably shouldn't have went his way. They should have just kind of had
Julius Randle had the most fucking pity pats. This motherfucker is an walking offensive foul, and it just doesn't get called. I ain't never seen somebody just put elbows and shoulders into people, and nothing gets called.
I don't know. You know, some of those I can see going one way or another. They're 50-50s for sure. I can agree with that. But I did like the way that the Timberwolves. I like the way the Timberwolves have guarded Luka this whole series. But like I said, he's gonna get his points. I mean, he shot 28 shots and had 38 points. You better have fucking 38 points shooting 28 shots. You better. Austin Reeves, I made it very clear.
I want him having 40 shots. Is what I want.
Yeah,
40.
You're not gonna win.
Take how many? You are. You take. LeBron had 5 for 9. You take 4 shots from LeBron. You don't need them. Mm-hmm. You take Let LeBron go fucking 5 for 5, right? Take those 4 misses. Let me just get them. The 2 shots you took in the fourth, give those to Luka.
Okay, that's 32.
That's the ball game. That's the ball game right there. That's the ball game right there. Those 2 shots, the 2 shots you fucking took in the fourth, give it to him. You win the game. You win the game.
I mean,
You fucking win the game right there.
he smoked a layup. You can't give him. He can't give him those shots. Like that's. How you gonna know he gonna make those shots? Now the 30-footer maybe, but he smoked a layup, a bunny, a very like he was at the basket, no contact. He just smoked it. So I like seeing LeBron James fail. I mean, there's nothing that brings me more joy than to know that there's LeBron James fans out there crying out there, just ooh. You know what they call him. You know what they call that dude. They're weird. They don't have no fathers, so they call him a D word, and I'm not gonna say it out loud because they're weirdos. All of them, every one of them, red hat wearing bastards. Anyway, yeah, it's might be lucrative. It might be Wolves in 5. I think they might win, but I made it very clear. As long as the Timberwolves find a way to keep it within 10 in the first quarter, they're probably going to win the game. And, I mean, we're seeing it still here ring true. So, yeah, Wolves in 5, Wolves in 6. I was the only one that said Wolves. I just want that on the record even further. So, yeah.
Lakers in 7.
It's not going to 7. It's not going to 7 at all. Put the baby to bed. It's not good. Put the baby to bed. LeBron James got one good year left. It's time to retire now.
Look, all they gotta do is they win the next one. That pressure goes. Anthony Edwards, I'm not concerned with him.
Ain't no pressure.
He steps up. He steps up in the pressure.
So I'm not. They're not supposed to be winning the series.
But I'm looking at the other folks. I'm looking in the main folk I'm looking at is that Julius Randle fella who's been playing pretty good. Like I'll give him that. He's been a steady hand in this series.
Yeah, I don't like the fact he shot 8 threes.
Even though he shot 9 for 22, he still gives you 25. So what are you gonna do? But that's pretty poor shooting. But he gives you 25 points. So like sometimes that's all you can ask from your second guy, your second option being 25 plus. Like that's pretty solid. But that pressure starts to go up, and we know he crumbles under pressure. Like that's been known. So they win this next one. That pressure goes up a little more, and they go away and they lose at home. That pressure goes up a little more, and the pressure's no longer on the Lakers because they're down 3-1. So it's like these are freebie games, and the pressure goes to the Wolves. So you never know. Like I said, and I'm not concerned with. He's probably gonna have these next.
43 tonight.
If it goes to 7, he's probably gonna have 32 plus each game. But I can also see a 20-point game out of him because we kind of saw it last year in every playoff in the 2 playoff series that he played in. The 3 playoff series that he played in. That he has one of those games. He actually had 2 of those games almost in every series last year. So where he only gets about 20 points. So I could see him at some point he's gonna have a one of those games. I think this next game at home, the Lakers are probably gonna win. I think if the Lakers win this next one, there's going to be a lot of pressure on the role players for the Timberwolves coming back home. And it's not going to feel so much like a home game in that next one. I think the crowd will be a little antsy depending on how that plays out. If it's a close game or if, like you said, the Lakers can get that 10-point lead or whatever the case may be in the first quarter, it's not going to feel so much like a home game. People are going to be anxious. So the Lakers just need to pretty much win this next one and kind of keep it moving. They get 2 days rest here. They don't play till Wednesday. So yeah, they picked up a lot of minutes today, but
that man gave you the fuck you 3, and that was it. It sold, and he said, "Look, fuck you," and shot that three. It's enough said, bro. Game's over.
Yeah,
I said it. If they didn't win this, it's done.
it's a
I
wrap.
told you that.
It's a wrap. They have to
It's done. It's
they have
done.
to win this, and Minnesota won.
Lucas and 7.
Lucas,
Lucas and 7. Put it on a shirt.
put it on a shirt.
Somebody print it out.
You
Put it
got
on
to
the
put it on a
Lucas
shirt.
and
You're gonna have
7.
to send it to Nicaragua or some shit,
Lucas and 7.
or some third world country where they think that the Chiefs have, won a bunch of Super Bowls. No, I mean I think it's over. I think Minnesota potentially closes it out tomorrow. I mean the Lakers are gonna give it everything they got, and because LeBron James doesn't want to go down as losing in the first round again. Even though a lot of us that are real ball knowledge guys, like we know basketball, we've always said this for years. He doesn't make it to that many finals in the West, and we've seen it. I mean, yeah, he's older, but the man didn't make the playoffs his first 2 years. Then it was play in, and a bunch of play-ins. He lost in the first round. Yeah, he's got a title in the bubble, but he's been on the cusp of play-ins the vast majority of his time as a Laker.
And they probably would have been in the play-ins this year had they not got Luka, because he kind of turned their season around, gave them
if they would have
boost.
made the playoffs at all. So, let's be serious. And I understand it's year 21 or 22, and he's 40 years old. But he's still playing at a high caliber. The stands are always like, well, look how good he's playing at this age. Jordan could never. It's like, well, Jordan also retired twice. And
Played a whole nother sport.
he played a whole nother sport in the realness of, and he was older than LeBron James. I mean, because he was in college for 3 years before he got drafted. So LeBron James has been in the league since he was 18 years old. He was that talented. MJ was not talented enough to be in the NBA at 18. He was a raw talent that's been heavily publicized from his peers, both at North Carolina and his former high school teammates. He's just been a super athlete, but basketball wasn't his first sport. So, but we all know that if Jordan had kept his averages, LeBron James wouldn't have passed the scoring title until this year. So it took him till year 22 to even pass the scoring title that Jordan kept. But he has it, and I'm not knocking it. But this is also why I've always said that LeBron James can't be the GOAT. You can't be the GOAT with a losing record in the finals. He's done a lot of losing when it really mattered. And I understand that they talk about, well, how long did it take MJ to make it to a finals? Blah blah blah. It's like, if you look at it, how many years it took him to win a title, he still won a title 1 year sooner than LeBron James did, and he didn't go team up with people to go get that title. So, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It's this is for the stands out there. Fuck LeBron fans. Fuck you niggas. You're terrible. You're the worst people. You're the worst NBA players. NBA mindset people. I can't wait for LeBron James to be out the league so we can get rid of y'all. Tired of seeing y'all. Tired of hearing about y'all. And there's a lot of people's careers who are going to go away. Both on both sides of it. Both who glaze them and both who
hate on
them. So is Skip Bayless out of there. Nick
Skip
Wright
Bayless already
out
pretty
of
much
there.
out of there.
Yeah. Nick Wright out of there. So whoever
I
else.
fuck with Nick Wright. I
do kind of
think
fuck with
he's
Nick Wright too, but sometimes when he glazed too hard and he puts
when he stays away from LeBron, I think
he's great.
Probably one of the best.
Yeah. That, and when he stays away from Kansas City, because he does kind of glaze the Kansas City Chiefs too pretty hard. But other than that, he does have some pretty tough takes that I can agree with. The mindset of some of them, I'm like, it's a toss up. But as far as this LeBron James stuff, I'm so happy I'm gonna be happy when it's over and done. We do definitely have to celebrate the greatness of LeBron James because he is great. Like we can't. He's definitely
can't deny it.
Can't deny it. He's the best small forward this league has ever seen. For sure. By in my opinion, probably a long shot now. Because the next guy is Larry Bird, and I think he definitely probably dominates Larry Bird in that conversation. So, but He's the only one of the guys in the top two of his position that's in the conversation for the greatest of their position, because you can't be the greatest of all time if you're not top two in your position. And he's the only one with a losing record. Everyone else has some type of winning record or a 50% win rate in the finals. So, moving on.
But Celtics versus Magic. What else? What else is there really to say about this one? The Magic can't get past 100 points, so that's kind of been their Achilles heel all season. Is their offense is fucking kind of boo boo.
And they played pretty well for most of the game.
They play pretty well for most of the game. Mm-hmm. They just can't score. Like that's the biggest thing. They got to figure something out because they do have a good team. Paolo, 31 points, shooting 32 shots. Franz only getting 22 shots. Last game, Franz had more shots than Paolo, but this time Paolo has 10 more shots. He's got to be more efficient if he's going to shoot 32 shots. You can't just be at 31. Like, you shoot 32 shots, you got to be touching at least 40. A 40 ball. Yeah. Like, it's got to be a 40 ball. So he's got some things to kind of work on in the off season, because they're cooked. Like, they're cooked. I had mentioned I want more shots out of Caldwell Pope. Still 4 fucking shots. Only 4 shots.
And he knocked down.
I don't know what's going on with that.
Threes, though, which is better.
2 of his threes.
And he got to the line, but
you got to shoot more.
He's got to have 7 shots.
At least 6 shots. Like, you gotta. Once again, like I had mentioned, you were the biggest acquisition for this team in the offseason. They literally brought you in as a 3 and D guy. You got to get more shots up. They knew that their team struggled shooting. Of course, they had some injuries. Jalen Suggs going down, and hurts them big time, because Jalen Suggs was having a really good year this year. But that was kind of the time for Caldwell Pope to step up. You're the most experienced in the playoffs. You're the most experienced player on that team, and the most experienced in the playoffs on that team. So you definitely need to be a little bit more of a leader out there, and get more shots. I mean, Corey Joseph can't have more shots than you, bro. Corey Joseph, like, come on, he can't have more shots than you. That can't be happening. So I don't know what's going on with that kind of dynamic over there, but this one we all said was curtains. Magic lost the game that they should have won, and then they won the game that they really should have lost. The going back to the 2 previous games, but yeah, it's looking dark and dainty over there for this series. So, like I said, I didn't watch this game at all. I wasn't even gonna tune in to it, because I kind of already knew Celtics were gonna win. So I just stayed with the kids and was in daddy mode for this particular game.
They just kind of sold the bag. They were in it for most of that game, but like you said, KCP needs at least like 10 shot attempts, like minimum, and at least 10 out of those 10, 6 from the 3-point line. He's at least a 35% or better 3-point shooter. So that's that. But this series is showing they really miss Jalen. Jalen Suggs really, like, I think we're looking at some of those shots that even Paulo and Franz are taking would be Jalen's, because Jalen's going to get to the rim and try to get you at least 5, 6 free throws, and he controls the tempo for them. They're really missing it, and he's a solid defender too at the guard spot. So you're looking at another person that can guard with KCP, and yeah, they're just missing him. Like, it's really showing now. It's showing even bad, because Cole ain't it. Anthony Black is still underperforming as a decent round pick for them. So it's done.
Yeah, that one's over for sure. They probably lose in
Cancun.
1, 2, 3, Cancun. Paulo is definitely a superstar. Unfortunately, hasn't led to winning, but Paulo is. I'm willing to put him in superstar status right now. With the way that he's played, he's definitely performed. He's given it everything he could, one, they just got a tough matchup. I mean, I said beginning they do match up pretty well with them, and if they had Jalen for sure, they definitely match up better with the Celtics with Jalen because he controls the tempo and he can slow the game down, and that's what you want when you're a team that has a tough time getting over 100 points. You need to slow the game down, and how do you do that? By getting to the free throw line, and he'll attack the basket, get to the line. He's gonna knock most of them down. I think he's like a 95% free throw shooter. And it limits the threes that they're taking. Outside of, yes, KCP needs to get more shots. I do like the 10. I don't understand why he's not getting his shots. I don't know if they're not looking for him. I don't know if he's not being aggressive. I don't know, but I don't understand what you're there for if you're a 3-and-D guy and you're not shooting fucking 6 threes. I mean, 6 to 10 guy. I mean, shit, 10 threes. I don't give a fuck. He needs to be shooting them. He needs more than 4.
Putting up way more shots. Yeah.
Yeah, he needs way more than 4 shots. I mean, not way more. Six more shots is not way more, but he definitely needs six shots. And Jalen would help that because then they collapse on him and then he can kick it out, and then that does open up the court. But I don't understand what KCP like. I don't understand it, but that's all I got for that.
If that's the case, Orlando, you got one more game. You might as well use my lineup, man. Straight 2K it. Paulo at the 1, Franz at the 2, Jonathan Isaac in the game, Wendell Carter and the other Wagner, and just rock out.
Or the Wagner's hurt.
Said you gotta be 6'8" and up.
Yeah.
6'10", 6'10" and up.
Yeah, M Wagner's hurt. He's I think he's out for the season.
Shit. I know they got somebody else that's about 6'9", since KCP don't want to shoot the ball. But put that out there and just rock out for like 5-10 minutes. See how it goes. Like, just see how it goes.
That's a switch everything lineup right there.
Exactly. It's house money.
That is house money. It would be nice. I mean, they're definitely missing more than Jalen. They're missing other Mortz is his name, right? Mortz, or what's his name?
Mortiz.
Yeah, Mortiz. Yeah, they're missing him too, because he's
an energy guy.
He's an energy guy. He'll knock a 3 down here and there. He finds a way to get putbacks. He gets a line. He's aggressive, so it definitely helps. Those Jalen 100% they're missing him, but the younger Wagner for sure they're missing him as well. It sucks, but it would have been a great series with those 2 guys on the court.
Hey, but we're seeing if everyone's paying attention, we're seeing, which we've kind of seen all season, is the Celtics are very vulnerable this
100%.
season. I think last season they looked much stronger.
Yeah.
They looked pretty much unstoppable last season. This season you're seeing some chinks in that armor, and there's ways to beat them if you can just put the ball in the net. If you put the ball in the net, you have a chance. But Orlando, unfortunately, isn't that type of team. They're a team that struggles to get 100 points per game. They haven't hit 100 points, I don't think, this entire series thus far.
They did. Once.
What, one of the games?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, one. That's not gonna cut it. You can't out of your four games now. You one game that you hit the 100-point threshold. That's not gonna cut it. So, we'll see what kind of happens with them. Obviously, like you said, P5 is definitely a superstar. This is what his fourth year, third or fourth year in the league. So he's making great strides into that. Franz, also a young buck, is another one of those ones, I think. So they got a nice 1-2 punch over there. So they definitely can use. And Jalen Suggs is young, so their whole team is young. They're kind of like similar to the Detroit, similar to the Rockets.
Thunder.
Young team. Thunder. I think the Thunder are ahead of both of them, so I'd say closer to the Pistons and Rockets, and that kind of forefront where you kind of look at them and say that's a solid roster versus like the Thunder. You kind of can look at them and be more of a title contender team. So they're not there yet, but definitely to a good roster with that two man punch that they have. So we'll see what's in the future for them. They're probably going to lose this next game going back to Boston. Boston has been really, really good at home these past couple of seasons. So it's gonna be a tough ask for them to get that, and at least just another game.
Yeah.
It'll probably be curtains on that one.
Yeah, they got three guys
And
who
then
are in year. Paulo's in year 3. Suggs and Franz are in year 4, and then if you add the other Wagner, I think he's in year 3 as well. So
okay,
they got a good young core.
yeah,
The three guys
very
for sure. That Jalen's problem has been his health. If he can stay
yeah.
healthy, he's a problem. I mean, he's 6'5". He's a 6'5" guard.
His health and that hairline.
What are
Hey,
you
that's
gonna
little.
do?
That's little bro, but yeah, just let it LIG, bro.
Let it
Gonna do?
go. Come on home, G. Let it
What
go.
are you gonna do?
Get that Carl's
But
Boozer.
he gotta go. He gotta go to Peru and get the hair implants.
I
Something
thought
he
dude
gotta
was in
figure it out.
Miami. I thought it was dude in Miami. I don't know. Where did Tory Lanez go? Was it dude in Miami?
I don't know. I think it might have been Miami, but I thought it was somewhere else. But who knows?
Could be. I don't know.
But
I don't have that problem.
yeah. Moving on to the final game of the night.
Night
This
night.
one, this one,
It's over.
we all kind of said if Dame doesn't show up, it's gonna be curtains, and he gets hurt in the first quarter. So, and it's
Or his
looking
Achilles.
potentially like
Oh.
Achilles. So that's tough. I know it's kind of looking a little bit ahead, but I know there was a lot of rumors of him potentially trying to leave Milwaukee, maybe going to the Heat or something like that. I don't think he's gonna have that option. Just from a health standpoint, he's gonna have to probably opt into his contract for this one more season or whatever the case may be, and try to get healthy. But the Bucks are looking cooked over there. Kuzma, 3 points, 3 points, 3 points, 3 bum, absolute bum. Giannis held to under 30. That's a recipe for success for any team playing the Bucks. You can keep that man under 30. So it's tough. Kevin Porter had a good game today though. KPJ kind of stepped up, 23 points, 9 for 17, 5 for 7 from 3. Trent went from that big performance last game to 6 points. So he burned his one good game. So it's tough for the Bucks, kind of getting riddled with the Damian Lillard injury there, to kind of start the game, and pretty much you can just call it a wrap on their season now.
Yeah, Kyle Kuzma has. I mean, you're making $22 million a year. I mean, shit. Pay me a mil. I can get 3 points. Fuck it. Pay me $500,000, and I can run out there and get some fucking Tony Snell numbers, like for sure. I'll sit there and run around. You making 22? He's the 4th highest paid player on this roster, and you're 3 points, bro. Like, this is what the fuck are you doing for $22 million? Your life is easy when you make $22 fucking million and you don't have no stress, bro. You raggedy bitch. You ain't listen. You ain't shit. You fashion.
Man, he got all that money and can't dress.
Can't dress.
You know what they say? Look good, feel good, do good. That's the problem.
He don't do none of it.
He don't look good. He don't know how to dress. So he never gonna feel good, and he never gonna do good.
In no world,
because he don't know how to dress.
In no world should Kyle Kuzma be making more than Bobby Portis, and he is $10 million more. The Bucks need to sue this man for defamation and fraud. They need to. This nigga got blonde hair in his goddamn picture. I'm tired of looking at it. You're damn near 30, bro. You're 29 years old. Get your life together. You're 6'9". You play like you're 5'2". You fucking. I don't think I've ever been more annoyed to see someone make money. Like, $22 million. Who paid this man? Who? They should be. First, whoever is in Washington needs to be fired from life. That's what.
They don't have no code, and he was the best player on the team. He got to shoot all the shots he wanted, and didn't matter. And came in dressing like somebody auntie.
They should never. Somebody's auntie. That's disrespectful to somebody's auntie. That's disrespectful to somebody's auntie. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Your life is super easy. $22 million, and you're playing basketball. And you can't get more than 3 points a game. Like, you can't. You get laid whenever you want, basically. Jesus Christ, you make $22 million. I don't know what to tell him. I don't listen, man. I don't know, man. I wish I can be 6'9" and make $22 million a fucking year, and do absolute dog shit, dog doo doo water. That's what the fuck he is.
That Chris Middleton trade is looking crazy.
It's looking so bad right now. I mean,
you could have just kept Chris Middleton for this, even though he was
and then
struggling
found a
with
way
injury.
to get Kevin Porter Jr. Because he's the only one that's fucking showing up. He's making $20 million less than goddamn Kyle Kuzma, and only one of them has been in this goddamn series. The other one, we're trying to find him. We can find him before the game. We can't find him during the motherfucking game. What are you doing, bro? Like, it's basketball. I understand you got to work hard. You got to be talented. You got to be tall, somewhat athletic. I get it. You're playing a kid's game. You can't fucking get 3. You can't get 10 points, bro. You can't get 10 points, bro. You can't get your big ass to the fucking. You're 6'9". Get to the fucking basket.
And you're supposed to be the second option on the team with no Damian Lillard. Your third option when he's there. Your second option when he's not.
3 points. Listen. If I play on a team and the third option sometimes get the second option gets less than 10 points, I'm running a fade with that nigga in the locker room. I might run a fade with him on the court. It's that simple. It's that simple. And you don't dress like you can fight anyway, so it's gonna be a breeze.
Giannis, Giannis don't fuck with nobody. There's multiple times everywhere around the NBA, anybody falls on the court, your teammates gonna pick you up. Giannis be walking past his teammates when they be on the ground.
I think the only one he picks up is Dame and Bobby Porter.
The only one he picks up, yeah. I'd be
fucking because you niggas are
Green was
worthless.
On the floor one time, he literally just looked at him and kept walking. Like, damn, you're not gonna pick him up?
Nah, fuck them niggas. Pick yourself up. Pick yourself up by your bootstrap, you bitch ass nigga.
What do you say? You know he don't fuck with nobody on that team besides, like
Good
you said, Dame for respect, and then Bobby. He know Bobby's crazy, so he got to fuck with Bobby.
But they fuck with each other though. They fuck with each other heavy. So that's his guy. But yeah, fuck them niggas. Listen, if you ain't here, what are we doing, bro? Dame is out the court, so you're gonna be getting shots. And you telling me, let me just look at the game real quick. Because I had it. I mean, it wasn't really worth looking at the stat sheet. But you're telling me, raggedy niggas, Kyle Kuzma had 6 shots, 0 for 1 from 3. Brook Lopez, 2 for 6. Gary Trent Jr., I'm not expecting him to have the game like he had the other night, but 2 for 6. And then Trayshawn Pitts, 0 for 3. You're a 3-and-D guy. 0 for 3, bro? You can't make 1 3. Bobby Porter showed up, 6 for 10. 0 for 1, 2 for 2 from Jericho Sims. Good for him. And 2 free throws. Pat Connaughton, what happened to Pat Connaughton? 1 for 7. KPJ showed up. Al Green, 3 for 5. And Andre Jackson, I mean, these are probably bench warmers, but nah, bro. Nobody, listen. Fuck out of here. Throw the whole team away. You keep Giannis, you keep Dame if you can, and you keep KPJ and Bobby Portis, and then you build a team around that. Because the rest of these niggas is worthless. Oh no, you keep Gary Trent Jr. He had a good game. Like he had a good game. He tried. So
I'll keep Green too. You always need a shooter. You always need at least a shooter off the bench.
He can stay too. You can stay. That's it. The rest of you niggas. To the junk pile. You raggedy bitches. But this series over. Indiana Pacers in 5. They win in Indiana. It's a wrap. No Dame, it's a wrap.
Oh yeah, they definitely win in Indiana.
It's a wrap. So
for sure.
Do we want to end it, or do we want to talk about the potentials?
I told you, if they don't win this game, it's done data. And they did. And I called the Pacers winning this series. I told you, they did not want this problem. It just, hey, guess what though? They voted Hallie the most overrated player The whole NBA, and guess who's sending them home?
I don't know why he is so much disrespect because he's a double machine, low turnover, two
Next,
turnovers
the
a
next
game, if
best,
that. Like,
the next best highest assist to turnover ratio next to when it comes to Trey Young and him.
Yeah.
yeah,
And the
Except Trey
fact
Young's gonna go get you 30.
the fact that
Hallie
they
might
got
get
blown
you
out by
15.
26 and Hallie did have 5 turnovers, which is like rare to see him with more than. I mean, it's rare to get him at 2. So
that's what I'm
5,
saying. It's
yeah,
crazy.
it's crazy, but it's over. I don't know why either he gets disrespected.
They hating on the light skin, man. That's
Yeah,
it. That's just they hate on light skins.
They feeling
Damn,
themselves.
You know how to you know how those darker folks be hating on us. Just hating. That's all it is. But we can quickly touch on the games tomorrow or later today, I should say. My time zone going into your time zone. Cavaliers Heat. We're gonna just go ahead and breeze through this one. Sweep.
cool.
Um, but the game of the day, Rockets Warriors. Let Jabron lead this one, as obviously he has stakes in this matchup.
You already know it. 3-1.
Is Jimmy
Enough
playing?
said.
Do we know if Jimmy's
They
playing?
they haven't
Game time
announced
decision.
it, but his game time decision. I seen somewhere that he was going to be playing
Game
his
time
games
decision.
eventually.
Game time decision. Jimmy's playing.
I
4
think
days
so.
rest.
Yeah, I think so as well.
And he already said it. He said, "Thanks, Batman, for getting us through that game." Jimmy's playing 3-1. Enough said. We closing it out on Wednesday. Enough said. They're frustrated.
What are the Rockets? Or you saying the Rockets are
Yes.
frustrated? Or
Yeah, they're frustrated. You could tell. Like they hyped themselves up in that first game. That second game when they won, there's a lot of talking and frustration, but it's like, okay, cool, y'all doing something. And you can see at the end of that game, Jalen Green is frustrated
Mm-hmm.
very much. You ready to fight over what you play bad. Who you mad at? You play bad. You're the number one. You're supposed to be the go-to guy. And you're mad. Sengun is really y'all's best player, not you.
yeah, Jalen Green out here putting 9 points in 2 out of the 3 games is kind of crazy.
Come on, bro.
Sengun, I think needs more shots, or just needs to run the ball, run the offense through him more. I think, which I don't think it's necessarily his fault. Obviously, he's a big man, but he kind of has that Jokic type game, that kind of point center vibe.
He
But I
plays like
think
Sabonis. I just think he scores more than Sabonis does.
he scores better. Yep.
So,
Jalen Green takes too many shots out of his hand.
and that's the thing.
'Cause
Sengun actually played pretty good in the first half.
he
Draymond
plays
just got
very good
under his.
basketball.
Draymond just got under his skin in the second half, and it showed. Like they're frustrated, and like I said, if that game 4, we come out with a good first quarter because we haven't played good in the first quarter in 3 games, and still somehow was winning. We come out with a good first quarter, it's trouble.
Yeah, it's a problem. They got to keep it close. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, isn't Jalen Green with Drea? That's who his baby mom is?
Yeah.
It don't
She's
matter.
supposed to be making some good. Supposedly, he's been playing so well because she's been cooking them some good home cooked meals because she's a cougar and all this other nonsense. I'm like, I don't know, bro.
All right, Bubba Dub.
What the hell's going on around here?
Nah,
Supposedly, it's supposed to be helping, but clearly it ain't. It ain't showing her the
the
plan.
number one option. The number one option, and the money he's getting paid to average to really get 9 points, I can do that.
Yeah,
I can get
Well,
paid that.
did you see what they said something on the broadcast about the coach was telling him he's got to manifest who he wants to be in the playoffs. I said, if you don't shut the fuck up, I don't want no other man coming up to me telling me I need to manifest who I want to be in the playoffs. No,
need to man up. How about that?
I'm a hooper. Like, don't. That's gonna. Oh, and then he has a 38-point game. Okay, cool. You told him before. What happened in this next game? Did he not manifest? Did he manifest to be sad in the next game?
Yep.
Because if you manifested the 38-point game, did you forget to manifest this next game? Did you forget, like, what? No. He got to be better. I think kind of everybody who watches basketball knows that Jalen Green is a very good basketball player, and for any NBA player that wants to put themselves in the superstar, whatever realm, you got to do it in the playoffs. And for him to have 2 games out of the 3 with 9 points only in each of those games, the first game and then obviously this most recent game, that's not gonna cut it. You can't be coming out here claiming that you're this or that and putting up stinkers like that, especially with how many shots you take and the inconsistency. That's not gonna cut it. So we'll see if he has a.
This is both him and Cade's first playoff, right? I know it's Cade's.
Yeah, Jalen.
Mhm.
Yeah, Jalen Green.
So,
he didn't play last. I think wasn't he hurt in last year's?
I don't think they made
Or
the
they weren't
Still-
playing last year, or they missed it.
This is still his first playoffs.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I know
mean,
this is his
the
first
guy who's
playoffs for
drafted
sure.
ahead of you that you said should have been drafted first is head over heels, clear cut reason showing you why he's number 1. So you can't talk all that craziness, and then there's a guy in Detroit who's in the superstar stratosphere right
You
now.
can't talk craziness, and you got somebody in your ear telling you got to manifest
That too.
who you want to be in the playoffs. What the fuck kind of soft ass shit with your black? Let me check.
As much as I hate Dylan Brooks.
Paint your nails. What the fuck?
I'll say this: as much as I hate Dylan Brooks, he's hooping like he's back in Oregon. I'll give him that. He's hooping like he's back in Oregon. As much as I hate him, he's hooping like he's back in Oregon. Which I'm just like, hey man, do you, bro?
But they are costing Steph. I'm noticing it worse and worse. I'm like, why? How is that not a call? Like that, you're blatantly grabbing somebody. Yeah, they're costing that man out there.
I told you they ain't even take my man out to dinner. No, nothing. Just
It's crazy, man. I don't think I've ever seen a superstar of Steph's caliber just get hemmed up all the time like that, and they're not calling.
They don't rock with him, bro. They don't, and it's crazy. They don't. It's the only superstar that really doesn't get.
He's not a complainer.
No.
But sometimes I think that affects certain players. When you aren't a complainer or you don't talk to the refs, sometimes
or you don't sell calls, or you don't sell calls.
Yeah, or you don't. Mm-hmm. It kind of gets because he's like he kind of reminds me of even though I hate this dude, but how Messi is, where Messi doesn't get a lot of calls because in soccer because he plays through a lot of fouls where players come through and kick this dude's heels and shin and ankles, and he plays through a lot of stuff.
Great comp there,
so
sir.
he plays through a lot of that, so he don't get a lot of calls. So it's kind of the same thing where he don't get calls, but on the other side, Messi bitches all the time, so fuck him. But Steph Curry probably doesn't speak up enough, I think, sometimes, and he kind of has this
Draymond said it on his review
maybe this like
podcast
soft persona type thing. I think sometimes maybe he gets looked at as soft not from the NBA players, but maybe from the refs, because he's not like, he don't come up to them bargain and I need this call, which I think he needs to pull that card more, that superstar card. He don't gotta complain, but he definitely should like be like, what the fuck's going on? Like y'all not calling nothing for me. So I think he needs to pull that card more.
Should be obvious,
because I don't think he gets the respect he doesn't get the respect calls that other players get that have done less in this league get, just because they sell more calls or because they moan and bitch and complain, or even some players who don't necessarily moan, they go up to the ref and have those conversations and kind of let the refs know like they're not going to put up with that. I think he needs to take that approach more, but at this point in his career, I don't think he gives a fuck. So he done won enough in his time. He knows who he is, and everybody around the league knows who he is. So he's just kind of out there. He gonna let Draymond be the crash out, and he gonna do his thing.
What a successful
But
thing.
that's about it from L3RD TV show with the guest here from the Ignorant Take podcast. Appreciate you guys stopping in, check out their work. They're gonna be dropping a video soon. And then obviously they got more stuff coming in the future. So head on over to the Ignorant Takes podcast. And that's all from us, folks. Adios.
Peace.